It's 1984. At a demonstration in Dallas, an American flag is stolen, put on the ground, and caressed adoringly? Burned. Oh no. On the same day, the protester Gregory Lee Johnson is arrested for flag desecration. Charged, convicted, maximum sentence, $2,000 fine, and 1 year imprisonment. Thank you so much, my Doari. But Johnson appeals the decision. 1989, Texas v. Johnson gets to the Supreme Court, whose slim 5-4 majority decides punishment of flag burning infringes upon the freedom of speech. Meaning what? Johnson goes free and flag burning in the US, without a doubt, legal. Wait. That's... No, that can't be right. Let's go through it one step at a time. The whole Johnson case was based on this act. Texas Penal Code annotated section 4209A3, desecration of a venerated object. It says, a person commits an offense if he intentionally or knowingly desecrates a state or national flag. And he's not in prison because world-famous First Amendment Americano strikes the whole act down. It says, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. I know this thing's over 200 years old and stuff, but what is this madness? Simply throwing freedoms of religion, speech, press, demonstration, and petition into a pot and giving it a stir? Let's make things a bit simpler for ourselves. Let's say, Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech. There, bam, this we can work with. So Texan Desecration Act bans flag burning, but the First Amendment bans flag burning bans. What's flag burning got to do with speech though? If we take the Constitution literally, nothing, since it only protects what you say or write, not what you do. That's not how it's taken though. And if you think about how clunky and vague that amendment is worded, good. That's why freedom of speech, according to Supreme Court, not just what you say and write, but also every act intended to communicate something. Like flag burning, not usually done to get nice and toasty, is it? Hence, Johnson decision, flag burning as communicative act, part of freedom of speech, and therefore not prohibitable. 4 out of 9 Supreme Court justices weren't pleased with that, and also, yeah, most of the American population. The uproar around Johnson gets so loud that even Congress decides, in an uncharacteristic move, to do something. Because of Johnson, the Federal Flag Protection Act, in use back then, most likely unconstitutional, so a new one needs making. Flag Protection Act of 1989 passes through Congress at the speed of light, gets huge majorities, and the honor of the flag is saved. Until the act right after going live is first applied. The case zips straight up to the Supreme Court, which takes a look at the Flag Protection Act and goes, we've already decided this stuff? Don't y'all read the news? And with that, Flag Protection Act, fresh out of the oven, immediately ixnayed. What they should have done instead, not simple act, but constitutional amendment. That will put flag protection and speech protection on the same level. Meaning, freedom of speech protected in all cases, except when it comes to flags. That's a bit very delicate though. Depending on the exact wording, an amendment would allow not only punishing flag burning, but possibly also putting flag on ground, flipping it off, cursing it, or simply criticizing the flag. Since 50 stars way overkill, classic 13 much better, and instead of dopily lined up, circle of stars much better fitting as a union metaphor, hashtag Betsy Ross was right. Problem: such a constitutional amendment, hard to pass. Really hard. You need a 2/3 majority in the House, and a 2/3 majority in the Senate, and the ratification of the amendment of 3/4 of all states. And despite it being nigh on impossible to get passed, they're so close. In 2000, there are only 4 votes missing in the Senate. Come on people, let's do this. 2006, they tried again, and in the end, they're missing 1 single vote. Okay, I'll just go home and eat a bucket of Häagen-Dazs. Senator? No calls, Trish! They get so close to making flag-burning bans constitutional. Yeah, those Americans with their over-the-top patriotism. Not quite. Flag-burning ban not at all exceptional in the world. Well, in some crazy dictatorship maybe. For example, in China, exactly. Turkey, yeah. and Austria. What? Don't what me? My beloved chocolate cake country has also banned flag burning. Twice. Once for Austrian flags and once for something else. But we'll leave that for later. Austria's in good company. Of 54 mostly European countries examined, only 16 do not have criminal laws against the violation of national symbols, and only a handful of countries in the whole world allow it without any consequences at all. These national flag burning allow countries include the USA, the Netherlands, Australia, and look at that, South Africa. Not bad. Yes, bad. Freedom all good and fine, but like, why would you burn a flag? As disgusting as many may find it, flag burning always has a reason. Let's hear it, Colombo. Usually you burn a flag because a country does something that really makes you mad. You maybe can't change the thing you're upset about, but you can make it clear that you're not okay with it. Sure, but if you're bothered by something, just speak up. No need to burn a flag for that. Right, no need. Just write a 700-page manifesto about the anti-imperialist fight. Done. Only, you think anyone gives a crap? There are penguins with more airtime. In contrast, burn only one national flag and you're on the news, get an exclusive interview, riled up crowds, and press conferences of politicians of all persuasions. So, should I burn it or... What? No! Really bad idea. A national flag means so many different things. Home, war, safety, injustice, peanut butter. For some, a certain national flag is an unambiguously good symbol. For others, a bad one. But if you just go ahead and undertake a national flag flammability inspection to protest against no matter what, you'll just end up antagonizing anyone seeing something good in it. And that doesn't help your cause. Stop the war! Why do you hate our country? I don't. I'm just against the war. Sure, you do hate our country. No, it doesn't mean... Shouldn't burn flags in any case though. Pretty darn dangerous. Just look at these complete jimmies burning a paper US flag in the Iranian parliament. You can't help but wince nervously and mentally reserve a bucket of burn ointment for those singed little digits. Or maybe you get the bright idea of doing a Rick Monday and saving a flag from burning. Plays great, until your leg catches on fire and your torso fuses with the melted flag polyester. Yeah, so let's ban flag burning. Not so fast. Just because you find something repulsive doesn't mean you need to ban it. If you step onto a train with half a bottle of Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Mal on your silk shirt and the whole car struggles to keep from blowing chunks, you don't get arrested on the spot either. Pity, really. Every ban needs a good reason, except if you enjoy arbitrarily prohibiting things. Hear that, Mom? Let me play Fortnite, goddammit! What would be such a good reason for a flag burning ban? Pretty hard to find actually. Flag burning upsets lots of people, but doesn't really harm anyone. If we leave out the kindergarten argument, I don't like it, there are really only two possible reasons. Reason 1, protecting the state. The national flag is such a substantial state symbol that a country should ban acts threatening its reputation. If a national flag is treated disrespectfully, for example by changing its aggregate state without consequences, public order is threatened. But I like public order. Decisive point though, is that true? Can flag burning itself threaten a state's existence? Well, flag burning challenges a state. True, but from flag burning to storming the Bastille is a long way indeed. Something we can say for sure though, of the countries allowing flag burning, all except South Africa, the US and Belgium are among the 20 most democratic countries in the world. And again except those 3 stragglers, all are politically stable. That only leaves reason 2. Protecting diplomacy. Flag burning often leads to diplomatic tensions. Therefore, countries should use the law to keep foreign national flags from their fiery demise. Idea goes, if people in country A torch the flag of country B, then country B will not be all that enthusiastic about working with country A. If country A, however, threatens punishment upon foreign flag burners, it shows that they take it seriously and diplomatic relations saved. Is what, for example, Austria is thinking. That's why it has 2 flag burning bans, one for its own and one for flags of other countries and international organizations. In Austria, it makes no difference whether you burn the Austrian, American or UN flag. Same punishment every time. up to 6 months in prison and or up to 360 days worth of fines. Now, half a year in prison seems a bit much for torching a flag when a simple fine will also do, but fundamentally, protecting diplomacy seems to be the only substantive reason for a flag burning ban. And yet what? Yeah, let's hear some real talk. Should flag burning be banned? My opinion? No, it should not. Interfering with freedom of speech is only legitimate if direct and serious harm can be prevented by it. Hurt feelings and diplomatic hassles qualify not. Flag burning is a really dumb idea, but that's just what freedom of speech is made for, protecting unpopular ideas, because popular ones don't need protection. And sure, a flag burning ban is not the end of the world. Lots of countries have one of those and aren't authoritarian hellscapes. Punishments are often so rare that many people aren't even aware that the country has a ban in place. For most people, it makes no difference. It doesn't change the fact that, in principle, I still consider it wrong, and I'm certain, for the people sitting in prison because of it, it very much does make a difference. My videos take too long. You might think that, and I do too. But that's not because I'm chilling on the beach half the time, but because these videos I make all on my own, and they're a lot of work. That has to go quicker. That will go quicker. And that's where you come in. If you've ever thought, I just might support that Tapper guy at some point, then now is just the right moment. The more people support the channel on Patreon, the more people I can hire to help with production, and the more fresh, juicy Tapakapa videos I can provide for you. So please, take a second and go over to patreon.com/Tapakapa. Your support makes a difference. Thank you.